It's almost time for the Dominic and Jennifer Lee special of the week, so get ready.
Jeremy Thurman, he's sitting in for Noble McIntyre Law today. What's Noble doing? Is he traveling the world?
He's traveling the world today, yeah. He didn't like the cold weather and decided to pre-plan this trip. He knew it was going to happen, right? He was omniscient. He knew what was going to happen with the weather, and he was hopping on the plane today, so.
Okay, well, hopefully he's a lot warmer than we are. Now, I like cold weather, but this is kind of extreme.
Yeah, I give me hot weather any day of the week over this.
It could be 65, 70, and that would be perfect.
How do people live up north? In Minnesota, South Dakota, I would struggle. Big time.
Yeah, it just takes a different breed. I guess they put something on their car engines so that they don't freeze overnight.
Yeah, and they probably have some special in their coffee that makes the blood run a little thicker or something. But hey, who knows?
Something. They have a little extra fat. Hey,
yeah.
How would fit in?
Hey, no comment.
All right, so it's an awesome 80s weekend on Friday. I love it when you guys come in. We get to talk about some 80s stuff. So I thought we would talk about 80s legal TV shows, movies, things like that. As far as TV shows, LA Law.
Oh, yeah.
We watched that all through the 80s. I think it lasted the entire 80s. And Harry Hamlin and Susan Day. And it really was kind of on the cutting edge.
Oh, it was. It was brilliant. It gave the public, the lawyer side of it, what they were doing. I miss those days as a lawyer, right? Lawyers in the 80s were heroes because they were battling, the Ford Pinto cases. They're battling all the corporations who were dumping wastewater into the rivers and drinking water, all this stuff. And they were really heroes. And LA Law kind of was one of the, really just started all that, it feels like, in a way, and really got the public seeing what happens.
LA Law, Matlock.
Oh, I love Matlock. My parents would watch that all the time. Yeah.
Those will be on forever in reruns. I watched one the other day.
Oh, there's a new Matlock with Kathy Bates out now.
Yeah, she's the female version of
I saw something where she says she's not the Matlock on TV or something with it, kind of joking like that. But yeah, I'm actually fascinated to see that in a way. But we used to love watching Matlock.
Yeah, Matlock. There were so many good. There was lots of cop shows. Miami Vice.
Oh my! Isn't that style, right? That was the 80s style.
I mean, I might have been 10, but I stayed home on Friday nights to watch.
Oh, every teenager wanted to be Don Johnson at that time. And, I remember Beverly Hills Cop, too. I love Eddie Murphy. And so Beverly Hills Cop was just incredible. Little Alex Foley. And it was a great time for those fun legal movies and all over the place. Kids
today, they just are missing out. I just feel sorry for them. I really do. Like Chloe, that's taking our video.
Well, what's fun is I have 3 daughters. And so my 3 daughters occasionally they discover some 80s music, right? Yeah. But more importantly, they discover 80s movies, Ferris Bueller's Day Off and all this stuff. And so they're realizing that the comedies were just great in the 80s. The way movies were done, it was so much fun, from the comedies to the police show, to the law shows, everything. It felt good. It felt right in the time. Even the horror movies, right? They were poltergeist, everything, E.T., and so it's just great movies, and it's fun to watch them discover that. And I, as a lawyer, miss the days because lawyers were heroes in a lot of those movies, and they still are in a lot of them. But it really showed some of the battles and some of the unique nature of what we do and how we do it at times.
A lot of people are kind of rethinking their situations. Mm-hmm. And if you're hurt in an accident, especially in Oklahoma, how can you protect yourself?
Well, always get a lawyer. It's easy for me to say, right? But whether it's workers' comp, which means you were hurt on the job, and sometimes, by the way, people are hurt on the job, but guess what? We see this in the oil field a lot. They're on the job out there, but there's different companies working there. And so if someone from another company hurts you on a job, then it's not workers' comp. You could get workers' comp through your employer, but those people could also be held liable. And here's the thing. In Oklahoma right now, you need a workers' comp lawyer because our laws changed tremendously around 2011-ish. And frankly, they're just not in the workers' favor anymore. The companies get to choose what doctors you go to. Insurance companies do. And if those doctors say you're okay, they can tell you to get back to work. And if you don't get back to work, you're fired, right? They have an interest to get people there as fast as they can. Or do they have an interest in healing them, right? Wow. And so there's a lot of things to consider in those situations. And if you do not have a lawyer, you will get ran over by the insurance company. On workers' comp, car wrecks, semi-crashes, you name it, that is what they're paid to do. That's what those adjusters and people are paid to do. They want to minimize the amount they're spending on for your injuries, and you need somebody to level that playing field.
All right, thank you. As always, very insightful, Jeremy Thurman of McIntyre Law, and you can also email us too at asknoble@tylermedia.com.
Great.
So thank you so much, Jeremy. Appreciate it. Thanks for talking about the 80s too.
All right, thank you for having me.
Thanks.
From the Lucky Star.
Oh, that was amazing. Thank you, Jeremy from McIntyre's Law, for that awesome thing that you did with Jennifer Lee. And hopefully McIntyre Law comes back soon. But I'm glad you guys like to talk with Jennifer Lee and Jeremy from McIntyre Law. And we'll see you next week from our turntable tracks. So yeah, bye everybody.